Hi, I'm Ben.
And I'm John.
And together we're OCB.
Metal Around the World.
And this is our last episode in Australia.
This has been a long stay in Australia.
No longer than the Argentina.
I thought we were only there for 3 episodes.
This is the 3rd episode in Australia.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh. Wow, I've lost track.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you're getting chased by crocodiles and koala bears and kangaroos.
Yeah. And wallabies. Those vicious, vicious wallabies.
You know what, though? Fuck Australian spiders. Anyways.
Actually, I found out like Australia also, to go along with things that can kill you, has the only plant in the world that can kill you by touching you.
Oh, that's wonderful. Just another reason why I want to get on the ship and get out of country.
I mean, I was thinking about I should order some of those plants, put them underneath my windows. Like in case somebody ever breaks in, I'm going yeah, you can rob me or you can call the ambulance because I just killed you. Anyway, we got 2 more bands for you. We're actually, they're kind of have the same kind of vibe, they're the same.
Right.
Kind of, sort of, they're their own thing.
Yes.
We have Witchgrinder with the song They Walk Among Us, and Kold Creatures with, I forget the name of the song, I'll remember when we get to that video, but
right.
when we get to that song.
Well, before we continue, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share, and go down into our description and check out our GoFundMe. I'll go ahead and say it, the quality of our video is starting to deteriorate as the sensor in my phone, which we shoot these episodes with, is starting to deteriorate. So the sooner we can get the equipment, the sooner we can get the show improved again.
Yeah, or we'll just go off.
Yeah.
Because we have nothing to film with. But
right.
Well, that's a problem for another day, I guess. So let's get right into this. Is Witchgrinder, They Walk Among Us.
Okay, we had listened to, before deciding on this song, 2 other songs, and it just seems like this is one of those bands that each song writes itself.
Yeah.
Rather than, this is the specific sound we're looking for with every single one of our songs. It seems like they kind of just allow a growth of each song itself.
Like their songs are born out of jam sessions. They start off and I like that, and how does this actually? They have a natural flow to them, and
because I remember we even said the first one kind of had a Rob Zombie feel.
Yeah.
The beginning of this one kind of did too.
Well, they have an industrial influence,
right?
And which that's what kind of will separate the 2 bands today. Although they're both very hook driven, catchy. It's
because just listening to it, it's like I'm hearing influences all across the board.
Yeah.
Musically. But, all right, well, let's get back into it.
This feeling we hide, we keep deep inside. This terror you feel is no longer real. The pain and the sorrow is too much to swallow. Everyone's with us, so join us and follow.
That counts as a ooh.
Yeah, I was getting ready to ask if it did.
With the toxins they come out to play. Dark eyes piercing through. Everyone's coming for you. They walk among us. They walk among us. They are inside. But real noise. When you say they, what exactly do you see? With the toxins they come out to play. Dark eyes piercing through. Everyone's coming for you. They walk among us. They walk among us.
Yeah, I dig them. Not necessarily the most complex
No.
of anything, of bands that we've gone through, but I still dig them. They've got some good hooks and a good sound. They did a solo in there, so that's something above. What,
I mean, the thing was, like you said, we listened to a few songs before we started to pick the one we liked the best. When we picked this one, but I mean, each song was its own. So, like, if you want to go out and get a Witchgrinder album or something, you're not going to be disappointed with I like this song so much. Well, the next song will be different.
yes,
But it's all still Witchgrinder.
yeah, it's one of those where they're recognizable through their sound, but still.
Yeah, they can. I don't know exactly how to say it, but each song has its own identity.
Right.
But it's still Witchgrinder.
Yes.
You're not going to mistake it for something else. Which that's not the easiest thing to do.
No, it's really not.
I mean, they have their own sound, but within that sound, they go different places.
Right. But no, I dig them. I like them. I will be checking out more from them.
Same here. It's like, probably I'm getting albums. Then jamming on them in my car, and as I do things around the house and whatever I'm doing, it's like they're just a good get up and make you go band too.
You don't do anything around your house.
I got to go from one chair to the other, and sometimes I got to pee.
Okay, yeah, I don't think that counts, and neither does masturbation. So
I don't even bother with that anymore.
Oh.
That's a waste of time.
Oh, but yeah,
I can do things like nap.
Yeah, enjoyed it, and there are a lot of good bands in Australia.
Oh, yeah.
There really are.
I mean, it's sad that we can't, just highlight every band that.
Yeah, but
Because I think the list that I had like 40 different bands we had to pare down from.
yeah, I mean, if we literally base this show, trying to do every band, we could probably spend 100 years and still not get through
And
it.
I hope to God he do not live another 100 years. That
No.
would suck ass.
Yeah, especially the way the world's getting right now.
Yeah.
I'm still praying for that asteroid. So why don't we go ahead and get to our
Highlight band, which
highlighted
is
band.
Kold Creature, Edge of Gravity. That's the name of the song. So, And we'll skip to the cool stuff. No, actually, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, in my mind, like well, it hasn't kicked in. You don't really hear it yet, but they're more like a better Machine Head. It's like, well, of course, Machine Head was going strong until Ross Robinson came in and made them like a Limp Bizkit sounding abortion with that Burned Red or whatever the hell piece of shit that album was. Then they came back and they actually had developed a little bit more songwriting, but these guys are starting out better than Machine Head. Yeah. It's not all like chunk and rhythm. There's actually a melody and a neat harmony between that cool ass bass line and the guitar lead. But let's skip ahead a little bit and then.
I'll say, out of all the countries we've done, and even the bands in Australia, today's episode, the two bands are probably, if you can even say this nowadays, but are probably the most commercially viable. They're the most accessible sounding.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, and I mean, don't take that as like we think you're sellouts or anything, but no, like you have the best opportunity to get big.
Yeah. It's not a rip. It's not that I'm saying that you, like you said, you're sellouts or you're just not hard enough or something. It's just the sound you have is the most commercially viable of I think any of the bands.
I mean, yeah, they sound like the natural. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it's coming from you naturally. It's not like we're gonna make millions of bucks. We'll play this.
Right.
It's not like you're.
Well, let's face it. You once again, you and I are old metalheads.
Yeah.
Okay, and a lot of the metal from the early days that we used to listen to, most of it was commercially viable. So, and they weren't sellouts then.
No.
So it's one of those where it's just.
Except maybe Celtic Frost. But they admitted it.
But no, I dig that. I dig their sound. I like them. That's why we chose them.
I guess it would have there's the potential for mass appeal.
Yes.
I mean, I could see going to an arena and seeing both these guys play.
Right.
And you know what? I hope they get it.
Yeah.
I hope they're not living off macaroni and cheese and ramen noodles. That they're living off filet mignon and.
Which I'll be realistic, in Australia, I don't totally know what the music scene's like there. From everything I've seen, the metal scene's actually getting bigger everywhere else in the world, while it's going farther underground here in the United States.
Yeah.
Mostly because it's being. I mean, let's face it, it's the media and the labels.
How do we contain these guys? They're individuals and think for themselves. And
it's like it's being suppressed by like rap and pop and all that.
It's like, well, we can't share airtime with these guys that write their own shit and don't, are cogs in our machine, which that's what happened to metal. I mean, in the late '70s, disco, and then not just metal, but rock and roll, prog, and it's like But anyway,
skip ahead just a little bit here and. Okay, and we a lot of people, if they've watched our reaction show, would know how I've gotten to be between the harsh and clean vocals, being overdone. But what I like with his cleans is they're still harsh.
Well, yeah, it's like wouldn't call his
cleans clean. Yeah, they're.
I mean, I wouldn't call his uncleans unclean. I mean, they're. That's just his singing voice.
Yeah.
He's got a low register singing voice. And I'm really impressed by how much he's done with basically all the different styles he's played with in this song itself. I think he's a pretty kick-ass vocalist, honestly.
Yeah.
And
I know we don't actually review the videos, we review the songs. I'm just sitting here the whole time just going, I hope he doesn't burn his forehead with that light bulb. But, all right, you want to skip ahead just a little bit?
A little bit.
But he is doing some interesting stuff in there.
And that was Kold Creatures. What's the name of the song again here? Shit. Edge of Gravity.
Yeah, and like I said, I really dig both bands a lot. It's just like I said, they seem like the most commercially viable of anything we've done on this show so far.
Well, I mean, it's like you get into. Well, a lot of that had to do with we get into Albania or it was so underground. It was just it was extreme. Their metal scene is small, so it's underground. So they went with more extreme or underground sounds. Those were the people that wanted to make bands
Well, and then you also start looking into production quality. Also, in some of these countries, it's just the recording studios in a garage and using using 8-track tapes to record on or something, you know?
Although, which is funny because when we get to Bahrain, which not to talk about too far ahead or anything, but yeah, you're going to be, it's a dinky little poor country as far as I'm aware of. Yeah, when you hear the production of their, you're going to be like, shit yourself.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, whoa, why don't everybody go to Bahrain and record?
Which, just to explain, because of the fact that I do the video production itself, Ben here usually goes through and kind of...
I cherry pick, yeah.
Yeah, cherry pick the bands for us to finally decide on, and so he has information I don't yet.
But and the way I usually I'll see how many bands are in the. I have a list from the Metal Encyclopedium, or metalarchives.com. They have a list of countries, and that's the list I'm going by, and I'll check out maybe 10% of the bands. Like in Australia, I probably missed 800 bands.
Right, yeah.
But I listened to over 450. So,
yeah.
I got it pared down to 43. And then we had to take it down to 6.
Yeah.
And honestly, that kind of hurt. There's some bands out there, it's like, so right on the, then I'll hear the band okay, no, gotta go with that.
Yeah.
So means basically if your band pops up on the show and you're in a country with a large metal scene, I really, we both really like the band.
Yes.
So and of the Kold Creatures, it was a toss up for who goes, who's showcased, who's highlighted,
right?
Particularly.
But no, 2 amazing bands today. Loved them. It just great sound, good hooks with them. It's just good all around metal.
Yeah, I mean, there's parts of the Kold Creature song, when he's doing singing the chorus. I'm like, it's almost like what if Offspring actually had a hairy pair.
Yeah. Actually, I was kind of thinking the same thing.
But it was just not the way his voice sounded, but the way he was singing.
Right. And just to let you know, if you go down into our description, links to both videos will be in there. And then if you scroll down just a little bit more, you'll see our GoFundMe.
You already mentioned that.
I know, but I'm mentioning it again because I want their money.
Okay. All we want is a camera, but not...
Well, yeah, and a better sound system.
But anyway, that's pretty much all I got to say about these bands. Loved them. And
yes,
I hope that you found something new to add to your music library.
Yeah.
I think these bands, all bands that we did, deserve support.
Yes.
And if A Million Dead Birds Laughing sees their video, because I forgot to contact them. Well, I didn't forget. I felt like an ass because I got their name wrong, and I kept thinking it was A Million Dead Pigeons. I don't know why. I don't know how that got stuck in my head, but
maybe because you thought A Million Dead Pigeons Laughing would have been funnier.
It might have been I was thinking about Pigeons from Hell from Robert E. Howard's story, the core story. I don't know, but I thought it's A Million Dead Birds Laughing. Definitely check them out. Definitely check out Trollhagen. Definitely check out Mechanical Organic. And what was the other band? Oh, Goat Hanger.
Yeah. Yes. Suck My Balls. Such a wonderful song title.
Yep. Well, that's it for us in Australia. We'll be heading to Austria next for 2 episodes. And the only thing I got to say about Austria is I've heard of a lot of bands from Austria, and almost all the ones I heard of have broke up. But anyway, that's it for me, so fairly well.
Thank you.